Hello, everyone. Happy Wellness Wednesday. Oh, you know what? I just noticed I don't have my microphone, but you guys let me know if you hear me okay. If not, I'll go grab my mic. But if I get a thumbs up, I'm good. Then no need to. How's everyone this evening? Hope you're all doing well. Hey, Sharon, Sipe, and Jay, and Ron. Hello. Hey, Flowing. Good to see you all here. Thank you for joining. So I will only be on probably about 30, 40 minutes max because I do have an event that I have to do tonight. So gotta love these online events. You can hear me good. Okay, perfect. Then I'm not gonna worry about the microphone. Hold on. Throat's a little parched this today. So I wanted to come on and do a manifesting overview, if you will. So I am hosting or doing a workshop on manifesting abundance, key steps on how to manifest. And that's happening not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, December 11th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And so I thought I would share with you, just give you a little bit, but I'm not going to go deep into it. That's what the workshop is for. And the workshop, I'll also provide you actual tools and techniques that you can use. But this is just a good overview for you to kind of at least know the steps, if you will, on how to manifest. And like I said, the workshop is where we go a lot deeper with it. Hey, Dean, how are you? Nice to see you, the Hermit's Corner. Thank you for joining. Okay. A lot of times people say, what is manifesting? I'm not sure exactly how to manifest, or I see people how they've gone from like this point in their life and then they're at this point, and how do they do that? And I know when The Secret came out, do you guys remember The Secret? How many of you remember The Secret when that all came out? I was so excited when I saw that movie, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. How do they, they're manifesting like cars and homes and all kinds of different things. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. And I haven't seen the film recently, and I need to rewatch it because what I found very fascinating during that time, the thing that I remembered, a lot of it was them saying, just put it out there and it will happen. Okay, it's like that simple. I was like, wow, really? That's all I have to do? And so I did. I was like putting all this stuff out there as a lot of people were. And they were like, well, it's not happening for me. It's not manifesting. What's wrong? And they didn't break down the steps, and also sharing with people when you're manifesting things, it's all about your vibration and being in a this higher vibration of what you're going to put out is what you're going to get back in return. Because if we're feeling kind of like down here in the doldrums, let's say, you can't really manifest anything out of there. Hey, Kelly. Oh, you're so welcome. You guys, if you haven't caught Kelly's live today, she was on with Red Lentil Healing, and it was so good, so informative. Make sure that you go and check that out. That's a Dozen Cats for Me Wellness Chats. Check it out. Really good stuff. So I enjoyed that, Kelly. Thank you. Hey, Sharon Lee. Hello, hello. So we're talking about The Secret and how they made it look so easy to manifest things. And I was just really fascinated by it all. So there was a lot of things that were left out. And unfortunately, that kind of backfired because people were like, oh, that's hogwash, that's garbage. And a lot of people weren't really believing in it, rather. So there's, like I said, there's different steps and techniques and things that you can do. Hey, Anna Banana. Hello, hello. Hey, Vivian. So we're going to talk about these different steps. Can't reply to all greetings as I'm on my cell. Oh, I hear you, Sharon. Trying to do anything from your cell is like hell. It is. It's a pain in the butt. I think YouTube needs to make that easier so that you can respond to people. Hey, Vivian. Hello. All right. So the first thing is to know, and this is also going by the outline of the workshop that I will be doing, is we are master creators. Does everyone know what I mean by that when I say a master creator? What I mean is we all have the ability to create what we want in our lives. However, we have to align ourselves with that. We have to become, what was it? Star Wars, right? Become one with the Force. May the Force be with you. So it's becoming aligning yourself with that idea, with that creative aspect of yourself. We all have that ability to create what we want. So it's allowing yourself to align with that. And these are basic principles of the law of attraction. Again, what we put out is what we're going to get back in return. However, we want to be aligned with that. If we're not aligned with any of that, then it's going to make it that much more difficult to try to manifest that and bring that into your life. Hey, there's my soul sister. Hello, Love and Light EQ. Good to see you. So, in order to become a master creator, the first thing you want to do is to visualize what you want. Because it's easy to say, I want a car. Okay. What kind of car do you want? What does it look like? What type of car is it? And what else can we say about cars? Is it a new car? Is it an old car? I mean, you can think that you thinking you want a new car, but you just say, I want a car. And then you may be manifesting like a piece of junk or something like that. But really visualizing and getting clear on what it is that you want. If it's a new car, imagine that new car smell. What does that smell like to you? I know they have like air fresheners and things like that that says new car on it. You can get that new car smell to put in even your old car. But really feeling into those feelings, visualizing and knowing exactly what it is that you want. Oh, thank you for putting that, Vivian. Yes, please make sure that you do like, share, and subscribe. Hey, Misty, nice to see you. And Gina, hello, hello. Yes, thumbs up. Thank you, Gina. Um, and this it goes into the next thing that I have here is about gaining more clarity on what you want to manifest. And there are actual techniques and tools that you can use to identify exactly how to get more clear so you can make that vision more clear. And once that vision is clear, that allows you to understand it better, to feel it, and to align with it. So, for those of you that are really want to learn how to manifest, write this down, okay? So, you want to first visualize what it is that you want. That's number 1. Make sure you write that. That is one of the ways of becoming uh, a master in creation. Becoming a master creator. And then you want to get under that visualizing, that's all about getting clear. Get super clear on what it is that you want. And then I want you to intensify the desire. What do I mean by that? A lot of you have heard me say about a radio, right? So you're feeling into that desire. What is it? You might feel some excitement. You might feel some joy, happiness. Okay, just feel into that, taking that old radio dial, turning it up. You want to intensify those feelings because the higher that we can create that vibration and feeling really good about it, the more we're bringing that into our realm, our world here. So imagine doing that and bringing that in. Okay, Q, happy lurking. Bringing that into, well, eventually you're going to bring it into your reality, but you really want to intensify those feelings. Now, here's the trick. This is the tricky part. and I myself struggle with it a lot of times. You have to believe in what you're trying to manifest. Believing is can be challenging because we're so concerned about how is that going to happen? When is it going to happen? I don't know how to feel about this. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. And then we find ourselves kind of spiraling down. We also have a thing that's called limiting beliefs. And what limiting beliefs are, hey, Sheila, Inquisitive Tarot, limiting beliefs, a lot of us don't even know that we have them sometimes. They're beliefs that we've created in our mind about how we view or feel about certain things. So, one of the things that I do during this workshop is help you uncover exactly what your limiting beliefs are so you can start working through that and align with what it is that you want to manifest. Because if you're stuck in a limiting belief that's prohibiting you from accessing what it is that you want, then that could be one of the problems. It's a problem for a lot of people. So, an example of a limiting belief would be only rich people can make money, or you have to work hard to make money. And sometimes it's not even things that we told ourselves, but it was things that others have told us that we've accepted to become a belief of ours. I've had a lot of that, right? The training and what we're taught when we're young, and we grow up with that belief. So one of the things that we do in the tools, one of the tools that I provide is for you to remove that and replace it with a new thought. But first, you have to identify what they are. Hey, Arlene, much love right back at you. Hey, Chris, there you are. I didn't see you sneak in there. Hello, hello. Nice to see you. So, you want to identify those limiting beliefs. Figure out what those are, write them down. And then, like I said, it's creating and bringing in a new thought so you can start aligning yourself with that. So, again, reviewing, visualizing what you want, intensifying your desire, and believe that your desire is possible. Another thing to work through, and this is another thing that I'm going to go deeper in and cover, is working through your fears and doubts. Who's familiar with good old fear and doubt? I like to say that sometimes they take the wheel and they're driving like crazy all over the place, driving off the road onto the sidewalk. And the objective is not to let them take control. Okay, I like to identify fear and doubt as two people that like to pop in every once in a while and they like, hey, Sonia, how's it going? And I'm like, here they are. The objective is, and there's nothing wrong with fear and doubt because they are signifiers as well. They're part of intuitively, right? We'll get this fear or doubt about something, and that's just them triggering and letting you know to pay closer attention. Where it becomes an issue is, like I said, when you become the passenger and they become the driver and they've completely taken over. Okay. So you want to be mindful of that and not letting fear and doubt consistently drive. Put them in the back seat. And trust me, they're going to be a backseat driver too. They're going to be like, hey, look out for that and watch out for this. And why are we doing this? And you know what? And that's when you have to turn around and say, I got this. Thank you. I understand that you're trying to warn me about something, but I'm in control and I got this. Hey, Kevin's Loving Vibrations Tarot. So nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Oh, and Pat. Hey, Pat. Hello, my dear. Hope you are well. Yeah. Anna Banana says the Doubts limit me before I hit the fear stage, working on overcoming that mode. Exactly. And that happens to a lot of us. You are not alone. So we want to allow ourselves to work through those and identify them when they come up. And there's different, again, there's other tools and techniques that you can use to allow you to work through those so that they're not taking over. Because when you're trying to manifest and you're bringing in that fear and that doubt, you're not believing in your desire. And that's breaking down that system, right? It's just think of it kind of like these different steps, right, of manifesting. And up here is your desire. That's what you're manifesting towards. So if you are find yourself getting like right here and that fear and that doubt kicks in, guess what? You're going to find yourself going back down that ladder, further away from your desire. So we really want to work on those fears and those doubts, addressing them, because I feel that when we ignore them, that's when they intensify even more. So acknowledge that they're there. We're human. If it was that easy, people would be living their best lives. And there are plenty of people doing so because they've learned that art on how to manifest. So pay attention to that. Um, oh, thank you, Pat. I appreciate you. So if you have questions visualizing, can you replace that with a vision board? Sure thing. Whatever helps you. Whatever helps you. If a vision board is going to intensify that desire for you, go for it. That's exactly what you want to do. And that's a great idea, actually. And there's different other things. There's affirmation statements that you can do. Whatever feels good that's going to intensify and help you to believe in it more, then that's perfect. Now, the vision boards, that's really interesting. I used to do vision boards, and I used to actually host vision board workshops. However, I added another element to mine. Some of the things that I'm going to do in this workshop, I would add to that visualization piece of it, because with the vision boards, again, it's kind of the same thing. People will say, well, cut out these pictures and do this and put it all on this board. And then people would hang them up and they go by and they're like, yes, I believe. But there's more to it than that. So by the end of the year, they go back and they look at that vision board and they're like, oh, I only had a couple things that happen. So there's different steps. Again, there's the believing process. They may have had some limiting beliefs that were keeping them from fully making things manifest. There may have been some fears and doubts that they put into that wasn't allowing them to bring to fruition what they wanted. But to answer your question, yes, a vision board can help you with visualizing. All right. So the next thing is you want to accept your belief. It's easy to believe. Well, I won't say it's easy to believe. You can believe it, but you have to accept it as well. Accept it, and that you have the ability to manifest. Okay. That right there is going to help shift those fears and doubts. They still may come for a visit because they like to do that, but allow yourself to accept that, accept your belief that you're believing that this will manifest, and then begin to trust in yourself that you have that ability to do it. Now, here's one of the biggest things that people tend not to do is that they'll put it out there, but then they're not taking the action steps that they need to achieve it. It would be fantastic, awesome, if I could say, hey, I want a brand new car. Well, guess what? I'm not on the Oprah show. She's not going to show up and say, hey, Sonia, you get a car. I have to make those steps towards that. So what would those steps look like? Well, for a new car, right? It's going to involve some money. It's going to involve some research. It's going to involve actually going to the car dealership to take a look at some things. It's going to require a budget. If you're financial savvy, you want to create a budget, right? What can I afford? Like, know all your information ahead of time before you step into that car dealership. So, in order to manifest that, I need to understand what it is, how much I have to spend each month to strike that deal at the dealership in order to make that happen. If I find in my budget I only have like about $300 a month to spend, then that's what I'm looking at and manifesting to be able to, bring that car to fruition, taking those steps. What steps do I need to make this car happen? Sometimes we may not know all of the steps, and that's okay. You don't necessarily need to know everything, but you do want to have a plan. So that's the one other thing that I will help is to help you create an actual plan of what it is that you're going to do to take that next step. And sometimes it feels overwhelming. People feel like, oh my gosh, a whole plan. Well, if that's the feeling, then just creating maybe three steps, three steps to start you taking you into that direction. After you've accomplished those three steps, sit back and say, okay, where am I now? What else needs to happen? What's another step that I can take to move me in that direction? Don't make it feel so overwhelming. Bring it down into little edible sizes for you. Hey, Lisa, good to see you. Uh, oh, sure, Jay, no problem. You're good. You're good. Thanks for tuning in. So, when you want to develop those action steps, and as you're taking each action step, you want to act and believe like you've already manifested what you want. When you put that energy behind, this is mine, I'm going for it, I'm having it, you begin to align and bringing that to you. And also, I'm trying to read my notes here. Bear with me. I have like 100 things always constantly going through my head. So it's important. I want to make sure that I cover all the steps here. You want to detach from the outcome as well. Be intense with your desires and setting those intentions. Okay. And here's the other big one, have no expectations. Believing that okay, what I mean by that, because that sounds a little confusing. Believe in what you want to manifest, but not having an expectation of how it's going to manifest. Okay, that's a big difference. Because what happens is that we get so focused on the how. Guilty as charged. I've done it and do it from time to time. So don't focus so much on the how. Spirit knows how it's going to happen. You just want to believe it. You want to work on your limiting beliefs and replacing those with beliefs that are going to align you with manifesting what it is that you want. And you want to take those action steps. Don't get caught up in that how. You get so busy in the how, you're going to see yourself kind of like, like a dog chasing its tail, going round and round and around. And then you're like, well, it's not happening. Why isn't it happening? And then a lot of people just give up. And the funny thing is, for many, they're right here. Here's the thing that they're trying to manifesting. And they're taking their action steps, and then they get caught up in the how. Well, how's this happening? I'm not seeing anything happening. Okay. They do that dog thing, chasing its tail. And then they go, I give up. And look, it was just a couple more steps away. Just a couple more steps away. So don't allow your mind to get caught up in all of that. How is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? I don't see anything happening. Let it go and just trust and believe that you've already manifested what it is that you want. So those are just some oh, good night, Gina. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up while you're here. So let me just quickly review this again. You want to visualize what you want, get clear on exactly what that is so that you can intensify that desire and believe what you desire is possible. You also want to accept your belief in the ability to manifest. Accept your belief of what it is that you're manifesting and accepting that you have the ability to manifest. Okay, those are two key points there. Act and believe that you've already manifested whatever it is that you want. And then detach from the outcome. Let it go. Just trust that you've already believed that you manifested it, right? So don't get so worried and caught up in all of that. Just trust in it. And it's a lot. It's not that easy, but there are times I'm going to share this story with you all. And I believe that some of you might have heard this story, but this was during a time that I didn't know anything about manifesting or law of attraction or any of it type of stuff. And I was trying to go to Hawaii with a friend. And I needed $800 more to pay off my trip. And I didn't have it. And my friend was like, "Oh my God, like you got, our deposits due in, I think it was like in a month or something like that. The deposits due. How are you going to get the money?" And I went, "I don't know." I was very much a kind of a rebel child back during that time. I just flew by the seat of my pants, and I miss that energy and I'm trying to get back into that energy again. It does change when you become a mom, and just a lot of things change, and we change regardless. But I was like, I don't know. I just know I'm going to get the money. And she's like, "Well, how?" I was like, "Beats me." But I was not worried about it. I think for a second I might have been concerned, like, "Ooh, well, maybe if I don't pay this bill or I do this and that, I don't know." But I just knew that I was going to get it. I mean, I acted like I already had that money. Well, one day, and as far as I'm thinking now, did I take action steps? And I may have. I may have reached out to a couple people. "Hey, you have some money I can borrow or this and that." But I never got discouraged because I knew I was going to get that money. Well, one day I was in my room and I was cleaning up and I was listening to the radio, and the guy on the radio came on and he said, "Hey, be the 10th caller to win $1,000." I was like, "Okay." So I dialed and the phone's ringing. I'm like, "Okay." I'm waiting for him to pick up and say, "Hey, you're caller number 8," or something like that. But I didn't think anything of it. I was just like on the phone doing my thing. And then all of a sudden, the DJ picked up the phone and he said, "Hey, guess what? You're caller number 10." I was like, "Oh shit." It's like, "You're kidding me, right?" He's like, "No, you just won $1,000." And I was like, "Oh my God." Well, here's the real kick in the pants. So I told them to take the taxes out because I didn't want to deal with any of that. And guess how much it was when they took the taxes out? $800. Boom. Just like that. I got my money, paid for my trip to Hawaii, and had a fabulous time. So that's just one example. There's some other stories that I have of manifesting stories, but that one was like probably the big one because I didn't even know I was doing it. But because I wasn't in that mindset of worrying about it and stressing how the money was going to come and I just knew I was going to get it. So this is an outline, an example. Like I mentioned, that for the workshop, if anyone's interested in diving deeper in learning how to really find, use the tools and the techniques to learn how to manifest, click the link above here in the chat. I posted for the workshop information. It goes, I have here, you'll see when you go to the page, learn how to become a master creator. These are the principles based on the law of attraction. We are what we create and desire. And I have different tools that will help to raise your vibration. So if you're feeling like in this space, you're feeling like, well, I don't know, there's stuff going on in my life and I'm not feeling great. I actually used one of these exercises today. I was dealing kind of low vibing, a lot of stuff going on, and everything's good, everything's well, but like so many others, I deal with depression, and it's seeps in from time to time. And so I've been feeling a lot of that trying to come in. So I've used those techniques to help raise my vibration, gain more clarity of what you want to manifest. So we're going to go in and using actual tools and these different techniques of different ways of how you can figure out, okay, this is what I don't want. What do I want? And we're going to dig deeper in that so that you are able to really get clear on what it is that you want. We're going to identify those limiting beliefs. Again, I got another exercise, a technique that you can use to figure out maybe some stuff that you didn't even know that was there. So working on that so you can replace it with the new belief of what it is that you actually want to feel and what you want to believe in. And then working on releasing doubts and fears. What is that for you? And how we can work with that so that we can turn it to work for you instead of against you. And of course, developing the action steps, real action steps that you can take to move in that direction so you can align yourself with what you want to manifest. So, oh, no worries. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you for joining. Good night. So those are the different things. Those are just some steps. Even if if the workshop's not for you, that's fine. These are just some clear steps that you can use, that you can implement today that can help you. So please make sure that you do. And if there's any questions, please go ahead and put them in the chat for me. I'd love to answer those for you. I'm trying to think while I'm waiting to see if there's any questions. Of another good manifesting story I can share with you all. I can't think any of my own right now, and I know I have some, but I can share with two clients that I've worked with before. And both of them were working on jobs that they wanted. And there's an exercise that I use to help them get really clear on what is it they want. So I had them work out what type of job that they're looking. Well, one of them was looking for a new job, and then the other person was already working. She wanted a promotion. So we got crystal clear on that, and we broke it down into bite sizes, right? Got it really clear, crystal clear on what it is that they want. Both of them got one got the job that she wanted, the other one got her promotion. They got exactly what they wanted, the amount of money that they wanted. For the one that was a new job, she got in the environment that she wanted to be in, the type of people that she wanted to work with, everything. And I think that's the thing too that people have to realize when you're working on manifesting, just don't make it so vague, because spirit can be like, oh, okay, and put you in a situation, you got what you wanted, but it's not exactly the feeling of it that you wanted. So important, incorporate those feelings into your manifestation. So if it's a new job, what does that feel like? And I want you to kind of like play that story out. Okay, I'm walking into my new job. I have my own office, and it feels really cozy. And the people that I work with are warm. They're very, they like to come and talk to me. Whatever it is that feels good to you, Incorporate all of that into this because that's what's going to make it feel real to you. And the more it feels real, the more you believe in it, and the more you put it out there that you've already manifested it. Okay. Wow. It doesn't look like there are any questions. If any come up, please do not hesitate to shoot me an email. It's Sonia Rain Lee at gmail.com. Let me type it here in the chat. Feel free to hit me up with any questions. And like I said, that link is up there in the top of the chat. Or just go to the website and you can find it on the website, Sonia Rain Lee at, I'm about to give you my email address again, soniarainlee.com. Let me go ahead and put that up here. If I have it, let me see. Yeah, there we go. Oops, nope, I didn't do that. There. All right, people. I will be back on this Friday morning for coffee chat, oracle readings for the collective. I hope you all join me then. I will not be drinking coffee, unfortunately. I will have my tea. Um, oh, you're so welcome, Flowing. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I am detoxing this week, so it is a bear, let me tell you. I'm prepping to do a plant medicine ceremony this weekend, so it's a very intense diet, and so it'll be tea time. I guess I'm not going to change the name, but it'll be tea time. So, all of you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you on Friday morning, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. Good night.